plenty of changes after that win against San Diego. In the front row, Apulu, Bradford, and then the Centurion McClellan get the start. And a welcome back to MLR for Lance Williams. Goes so well. And then Joe Mano, he scores tries for fun. The top try scorer in MLR. Watch out for him. Can he add to his tally of 8 tries so far this season? Greg Cooper knows it's a big period coming up for him. 3 games in 9 days. He's got to use his squad, and he's also saved a lot of experience on the bench. It might be the factor that wins this match in the end in that last 20 minutes. Keep an eye on when he brings those impact subs on.
And now for the Chicago Hounds.
Well, the Chicago Hounds also have made plenty of changes after their loss against the Seattle Seawolves. A brand new front row sees Zavenya and Fawcett Bakulu, they start today. And then Brad Tucker, he gets a rare start. Good to see him in the 6th jersey. Matt Jones comes back into the team. The number 7 has been brilliant. That Australian for the Chicago Hounds. Flesh and Bane. The engine room of the second row, they continue their work from last week. Then for the backs, it's good to see Nate Orsberger come back into the team. But Noah Fletch gets to start a game with his brother, Mason Fletch, the number 12. Keep an eye, he's a real athlete. And then Ollie Devoto, already mentioned, he is the go-forward for the side, and he's also the stopper in defense for Chicago. England international is pivotal.
Hodgson gets things underway in Harriman, Utah. Great to have you with us on this Saturday night of Major League Rugby. Chicago inside its own 22 to start things. First man to 100 appearances in MLR. Angus McClellan, as well mentioned, 3rd man to ever do it. Tonight, Hodgson goes down in a heap after he's hit by Noah Brown, and that was a dangerous tackle, as Federico Anselmi will have a conversation. Hodgson slow to get up as Noah Brown hit him, and I believe just received a yellow.
Well, there we go. Yeah, that. Nate Orsberger wants to get into the game early. He's good to see him back. Joel, what a great take this is from Joel Hodgson, but yeah, can't do that in the air. That is an early decision for the referee to make. Great to see the crowd here in Utah for a Saturday evening. It's heating up, certainly, in the Salt Lake City area, and they know that their side, the Utah Warriors, are being in good form. I've got to say, their win last week against San Diego was very impressive. The squad's rotated for Greg Cooper, but he's hoping they'll take their chance as they have a line out now just outside the Chicago 22.
So 15 on 14 with the yellow. Bailey Wilson outside the 22. Front Phil Bradford. Bradford in for Liam Coltman, who's been tremendous. 6 tries, getting rested today. Utah playing next Wednesday and then next Sunday as well. Jordan Trainer in a lot of space. And Joe Mano is going to dot it down for his league-leading 9th try. And Utah's on the board in the 3rd minute. What a sequence as Utah, number 1 in the league when playing up a man. Number 1 offense, and they scored again.
It's a great, well-worked try, and that man, Joe Mano. But it's having that man off the field. Just look at all the defenders for Chicago Hounds. They get literally, there's all of them in this area, and they're going to try and literally move this ball out to the width, do it clinically and at pace, because they have a man advantage. Just watch the way how it moves out.
Intense draws. We've got to handle the occasion. We're going to score a 2nd try here. Maul inside the 5. Utah with a good push so far. Phil Bradford at the back of the maul with the ball. Once it's called, if they call twice, Chicago gets it back. They got a good push. Bradford pierces through and knocks it down. Phil Bradford with the score, his 2nd of the season, and Utah's 2nd tonight.
It's powerful, it's clinical. It was set up perfectly for a Utah maul to push over, and Bradford is the one that gets rewarded at the back of it. But great shape, great line out taken by Lahore, and it's just set up. Great positioning, great body height.
It appeared to be a busted up nose last week at Seattle. He was bleeding profusely. Gets the start today. Chipped forward. Joe Mano's coming over for Utah. Oh, and he gets hit hard in the head and then goes into touch.
We have full play. We have no mitigation. So number 11, red card?
Yes.
Okay.
High danger.
Right, we can keep contact, we have full play. High degree of danger is gonna...
Red card to Nate Augsburger. He is out of the match. Here's Ollie Devoto, who you highlighted earlier. Colsemu in the match for Joe Manu, I believe.
Come back.
Yes.
And he nails it. Chicago's on the board. 12-3 with the Hilsenbeck penalty goal. Just nailed the penalty goal for Chicago. That is the scoring so far through the first quarter of this contest. Hodgson to Hilsenbeck, and here's Luke White. Chicago trying to hold on with Nate Augsburger. 5 meters, batted back by McLean Jones. Advantage for Chicago.
Don't do that.
And therein lies one of the differences between football and rugby, if you haven't watched. It's not about crossing the line. Oh, a yellow card given to Lance Williams, so it's going to be even, 14-on-14.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jarom, to say you've got to make sure the ball gets down over the try line to score. Impressive stuff from the Hounds. I thought they were maybe going to keep it in that maul a little bit longer because they just shifted round to the left, and you looked as though Dylan Fawcett was getting inches to the line. But then it's just a matter of keeping it tight. Nate Augsburger's a winger. That means they've lost the back. Doesn't mean they've lost the forwards. They're going to try and keep this up the jumpers, up the shirts, to try and get this pushed over the line, maybe in this maul.
Again, Joe Mano out with a head injury. Colsemu, who's a center, came in for him.
Good access.
Here comes Chicago. Zavenya dots it down on the maul, and Chicago's got their first try of the game. 12-8, 14-on-14, and the Hounds dot it down. 12-8 conversion. And look who's back on the pitch. Meadow Waru. It's a good sight for the Hounds fans. Physical run by Piculo. The tight head prop. Right near the post, and Chicago dots it down. The Hounds have taken the lead. 15-12. Zavenya, again, his second of the match.
Keeping it tight. Or done, you could say, by Utah.
Good access.
Mason Flesh. That's a good line-out throw from Fawcett. 7 minutes to go to halftime. 14-on-14 still. Baska asking for the ball at the back of the maul. But that maul's still moving. Chicago towards the try zone. And Chicago, I believe, either dotted it down or will get the penalty try. Utah with the infringement, and Chicago has scored an automatic 7. They are dominating the set piece right now.
And another card that's...
Basket grabs it out of the air, up to Hamish Bain, way back over for Devoto. Cuts it against the grain, slippery as an eel. Over to Zavenya looking for the hat trick. Grabbed and pinned down by Chicago. They've done it again.
Come on, you can make the try.
Chicago and McLean Jones tack on another score. What a turnaround from Chicago after they were down 12-0. They've scored 4 tries since.
Superb as well. What a lovely ball from Mason Fletcher. And Awaru just goes off. Might have to check that forearm, though. It was straight into the neck, head area of Jordan Traynor, but they keep the ball alive. And Ollie Devoto, the step off the right, beats 3 players, beats another one. Figured he might even try and go all the way himself. Not to be, but they just stay patient, they stay controlled, and they have done this near the line all this first half. And an opportunity again that they...
But Federico Anselmi wanted to make sure he heard the TMO saying the try is clear. That's punched through. And that will end the half. If you zoned out or left to go to the bathroom, grab some popcorn after Utah was up 12-0. The game since March 7th in a win against Miami. Their calling card is defense. And right now, pitching a pretty good game against this #1 offense in MLR of Utah. The jumper's Lahore. Way back to Dylan Nell, who's in the game now. Bumakoto at the back, and he's going to dot it down. The penalty, the lineout, and the maul for Utah, who score 5 minutes into the second half.
And those substitutes coming onto the field for Greg Cooper and the Warriors. They needed to make an impact, and they have. Really good line-out setup. Frank Lahore, he's the go-to man for the Warriors. And then it's just a bit of patience. They break off a little bit to that left-hand side. And in the end, Vongakoto gets over the big Fijian.
Nice run by Hodgson now. Hodgson with the stiff arm and the offload to Joe Mano. Joe Mano dots it down for his league-leading 10th try of the year. And Chicago gives up a second try in this second half, and Utah's cut it to within 7.
Handling on point, and what an offload in the end to get it to the danger man, the try-scoring machine. That is Joe Mano for the Utah Warriors.
That's Remzi Emicio. Far left side now, Trainer over to Joe Mano. Joe Mano knows one thing, and that's scoring tries. And he does it again for the hat trick. Joe Mano has tied this game. He is a machine.
And the celly to go with it as well. What a try, Joe Mano. Jordan Trainer, though, with the offload. He's been superb, the fullback for the Utah Warriors. I was just going to say before this is I wanted them to move it to the width. Don't get into the physical game up front. Get it to the width. Get it into the hands of someone like Joe Mano, and he just does the rest.
Went backwards, so no knock on. Le'uila, straightforward run. Can't be brought down. He's inside the 22. Fending off everybody. Nick Ben now. Dots it down for Utah. Another one for the Warriors. 4 straight unanswered tries. What a sequence from Mano to Le'uila to Ben for the score.
Wow. Listen to that crowd. Oh, it started with Joe Mano, but watch this from Le'uila. No one wanted to bring him down, the big man. And then the offload.
Chicago's one line break away from tying this thing up potentially.
On the ball. Play on, first man.
Game in the balance, taken away by Utah. Let me see you. Frank Lahore is going to sit for the rest of the contest. The league's leading tackler, a physical force at lock for Utah, so that is a big loss.
Built the pressure.
Line up for Utah. Matt Jensen on the take. Chicago holding up well. In from the side against Hamish Bain. Another penalty as Dylan Nell says, let's slow it down. Let's take a look at our player of the match candidates. How about Joe Mano with the hat trick and McLean Jones for Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've gone for the try scorers, but Joe Mano has just been insane. And so many times in this game, yes, he had a yellow card, but I think he's more than made up for it. And Mac Jones, a couple of tries for him. I'm always so impressed by the work rate he gets through, and it looks as though he's probably going to be on a losing side today. Certainly, if Joel Hodgson can put this through, this is just about in Joel's range. Good striker with the ball. He gets this. I think you like to think this is game over.
Hodgson 2 for 2 in penalty goals this year. He's got the distance.
Yes.
It's up and good. 41-31 Utah.
Yes, sir.
Time's up. Hodgson will kick into touch, and that'll do it. Utah wins it 41-31.